After we design our research procedures, we're ready to collect data and test our predictions. We start by recruiting a sample of people from the population of interest. Every participant must sign an informed consent before they participate. This form provides details about the study, including the requirements and risks of participation, information about the researcher and the institution, as well as a disclaimer that they can quit at any time for any reason. Their signature means they agreed to participate. Then we follow the procedures and collect data from each person. After completing the requirements, they should be debriefed, which usually involves a summary of the research, a description of what will be done with the responses, appreciation for their participation, and the researcher's contact information. If deception was used, they should be informed of the true nature of the research and how they actually contributed to the study. To test our hypotheses, we use both descriptive statistics, like mean and standard deviation, and inferential statistics, such as the F-test, the T-test, ANOVA, and linear regression. Our hypotheses, research methods, and procedures dictate which statistical tests are most appropriate for our study. Now let's look at Zouhri and Rateau's hypothesis test from their experiment. They collected data from 267 psychology students at a French university. Analysis of covariance indicated a significant three-way interaction, supporting their hypothesis. Note that this effect didn't hold for the peripheral opinion, only the group's central one. Once we conduct our statistical analyses, the next step is to analyze and interpret the results, and draw conclusions about what we find. In this stage of the process, we try to make sense of the results and explain why they occurred. We base our conclusions on the existing knowledge of the topic, as well as our interpretations of the statistics. Zouhri and Rateau concluded that their data supported the black sheep effect. Participants evaluated in-group targets, who expressed an opinion that was counter to their group's central opinion, more negatively than out-group targets, who expressed the same idea. That is, when a friend disagrees with one of our core opinions, we judge them more harshly than when a stranger disagrees with us. The final step of the research process is to report the results to the rest of the scientific community. In the past, most scholars tried to publish their results in peer-reviewed journals, such as the Journal of Applied Psychology and the Academy of Management Journal. Zouhri and Rateau's study was published in 2015 in the European Journal of Social Psychology, which is peer-reviewed. But the publication process is highly competitive and time-consuming. Valuable studies may be rejected for a number of superficial reasons, like the hypotheses were not supported, the statistical tests indicated a lack of significance, the main focus didn't fit with the journal's interests, or the report itself did not meet the formatting requirements. So, the results of some studies are never shared with the scientific community. This is called the file drawer problem. To address this challenge, open access platforms emerged, and we can now share our work with other experts, regardless of the results. Fortunately, we can also find a decent percentage of peer-reviewed articles on Google Scholar. Although this is the last step of the process, it doesn't mean that our work is done. The results of our study will likely create new research questions, which brings us back to the first step of the process. As you can see, research is meant to be a cycle. Steps we repeat until we have a comprehensive understanding of the phenomenon.